Dieses Video wurde möglich gemacht dank eurer Unterstützung auf Patreon und Steady. First of all, thanks for having us here. And first question, you said that the German wrestling market is kind of blooming right now. How important is the German wrestling market and talents for upcoming WWE NXT expansion?
Well, the facts speak for themselves, right? We have Alexander Wolf, formerly from Dresden, and now on the main roster with Sanity. Did a great job in our talent development system and made it out of the system pretty fast compared to many other countries and many other talent. We also have two currently in our system in Marcel Bartel and Fabian Eichner. Fabian is from northern Italy, but also speaks German and sort of represents the region, right? And so that's three from this region, and that is actually pretty high on the scale. You know, we have more from India, more from the UK, more similar from China, and then Brazil sort of floats off from there, right? So it represents, those talent numbers sort of represent relative importance to us. And let's just say that it's not just their in-ring skill, but also their professionalism that is part of the equation. And the German athletes that we have in our program are doing an excellent job, and I think have long-term opportunities ahead of them with us, right?
Yeah, hopefully. You've mentioned promotions like WXW and NEW here. How do you choose the talent from there? You said that some talent were handpicked. How does this process work? Are there scouts or something?
Yeah, basically we have a scouting team, right? So I lead the scouting team, but I'm not the wrestling expert. We have a gentleman named William Regal, one of our superstars, legends. He's also the general manager of NXT, but he's our head wrestling scout. So he will watch videotape essentially, and we will also go to the actual live events that they hold. So this year we came over and I saw an event in Fulda. Last year we saw an event in Essen, and we're seeing their talent roster, and we're basically observing who we think stands out and who is the most technically elite and who is the most charismatic. And so from a roster of 30, 40, 50 athletes, we'll invite the best 5, and then from those best 5 we'll see who we think is worthy of sort of the next step in the chain. So it's as simple as that. We also held a training camp at WXW in Essen, and what's clear is that that's a very professionally run organization, and that they want to develop their talent as well. And so we're trying to ally with organizations that are trying to develop both the industry of sports entertainment, but also their talent, not just sort of use talent. We want people who develop talent. Make sense?
Yep. What does ally mean? Does it mean financial support? Does it mean, I don't know, I mean, we're going to see Marcel Bartel in WXW in December, so what does it mean?
It's a very perceptive question. Alliances can come in many forms, right? So there are some that are financial arrangements, some are just sort of informal, we respect the way you do business and we want to make sure that we support your business. Yeah. Some are somewhere evolving on that spectrum, and that's the end of my answer.
Okay. And so we have 44 people here. Yep, 44 people here. What's the upcoming process after this?
So the finalists will be identified soon. We will either tell them tonight at the live event, or we will tell them a few weeks from now. They will be told that their opportunities the possible opportunities include Performance Center in Orlando, NXT UK as a brand, or long-term watch list, in addition to things like a Mae Young Classic 3 tournament. We will then go back and talk to Triple H, and we'll sort of make our casting decisions, and then they will have a hiring process that includes medical background check, social media and criminal background check, and a visa process because they're internationals to come to the US, right? And then in the coming months they'll be slotted in, or they won't, depending on the needs of the brand, and but we know who they are.
All right. Thanks a lot.
My pleasure.
Headlock, der Pro Wrestling Podcast.